In the vast wilderness of your living room, a creature of cunning and mystery prowls. Your cat. Behind those emerald eyes lies a world of subtle signals and silent warnings. Get ready to see your cat in a whole new light. Now you might think a slow blink is your cat's way of saying I love you. And sometimes it is. It's a sign of trust, a gentle lowering of defenses in your presence. But like a whispered word in a crowded room, context is everything. Let's say you've just accidentally stepped on their tail. You apologize profusely, of course, but your cat, they're staring at you with those half-closed eyes. That slow blink? It's not forgiveness. It's a reminder that you're treading on thin ice. Ah, the purr. That rumbling symphony of contentment that warms the heart of every cat lover. But what if I told you that purring isn't always a sign of happiness? Cats also purr when they're stressed, in pain, or even afraid. It's their way of self-soothing, of creating a sense of calm in the midst of chaos. So how can you tell the difference between a happy purr and a purr of distress? Look beyond the sound. Is your cat's body tense? Are their ears flattened against their head? Is their tail twitching nervously? They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. And if that's true, then a cat's eyes are a kaleidoscope of mystery and intrigue. One moment they're soft and inviting, the next they're cold and calculating. Have you ever noticed your cat staring at you, unblinking for what seems like an eternity? It can be unnerving. A prolonged stare can be a sign of affection, a way of saying, you are the center of my universe. But it can also be a challenge, a test of dominance. If you get the feeling that your cat is sizing you up, it's best not to engage. The tail, a barometer of feline emotion, a silent communicator that speaks volumes. And just like a dog wags its tail in happiness, a cat's tail tells a story all its own, filled with nuances and subtleties. But unlike a dog's straightforward wag, a cat's tail language is a subtle dance of flicks, twitches, and swishes, each movement carrying a different meaning. Now you might think a flicking tail is just a sign of playfulness, and sometimes it is, especially when combined with other playful behaviors. But there's a difference between a gentle, rhythmic swish and a furious, whip-like flick, each conveying a distinct emotion. That rapid, agitated flicking? It's a warning sign, a clear indication that your cat is annoyed, agitated, or even downright angry. It's their way of saying, back off. So the next time you see your cat's tail flicking like a metronome gone haywire, take it as a sign to give them some space and respect their feelings. There's nothing quite like the feeling of your cat kneading on you. Those rhythmic pushes and pulls, their paws working their magic on your lap. It's a sign of contentment, a throwback to their kittenhood days of nursing from their mother. But sometimes that gentle kneading takes a turn for the painful. Suddenly, those adorable little paws sprout claws, digging into your skin. What was once a soothing massage becomes a test of your pain tolerance. When they knead on you with their claws out, they're not just showing affection. They're also marking their territory. It's their way of saying, you're mine, human. In the wild, a cat's survival depends on their ability to find a safe haven, a secluded den, a hidden nook, or any place where they can feel secure. These spots are crucial for escaping from predators and the harsh realities of life on the streets. It's a matter of life and death. Domesticated or not, that instinct to seek refuge never truly disappears. Even our indoor cats have retained this survival mechanism, so it's no surprise that our feline companions often retreat to the shadows when they're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or simply in need of some alone time. It's their way of coping. You might find them tucked away in a closet, under the bed, or in a dark corner where they feel safe and undisturbed. Or even perched high atop a bookshelf, surveying their territory from a safe vantage point. And while it's tempting to coax them out of their hiding place, it's important to respect their need for space. They will come out when they are ready. Forcing your cat to interact when they're feeling vulnerable will only serve to increase their anxiety and could even lead to aggression. It's best to let them be until they feel comfortable. Rubbing and headbutting, affection or domination. Ah, the headbutt. That adorable gesture of feline affection when your cat rubs their head against your leg, cheek, or hand. It's enough to melt the coldest of hearts. But what if I told you that this seemingly innocent display of affection is actually a strategic move in the game of feline domination? When they rub against you, they're not just saying hello. They're also depositing their scent onto you. marking you as their territory. So, the next time your cat gives you a head bunt, remember that it's not just a sign of affection, it's also a power move. Sudden play aggression. When the Zoomies turn savage. It's a phenomenon that every cat owner has witnessed at some point. We've all seen it. The sudden burst of energy, the frantic dash around the house, the crazed look in their eyes. These moments are both amusing and bewildering. It's the feline phenomenon known as the Zoomies. This high-energy behavior is a natural part of a cat's life, but while a case of the Zoomies is usually harmless, a sudden outburst of play aggression can be a sign of something more serious. Cats are natural predators, and their instincts can sometimes take over. So, when your cat suddenly attacks your ankles, it's not because they're trying to be mean, it's because their inner predator is taking over. This behavior can be startling, but is often just a way for them to express their natural instincts. If your cat hasn't had enough exercise, they might resort to attacking your feet as a way to release some steam. Ensuring they have plenty of playtime can help mitigate this behavior. Excessive licking, a soothing ritual or a cry for help. Cats are meticulous groomers, spending hours each day licking and preening their fur to perfection. But sometimes, that soothing ritual takes a turn for the obsessive. Your cat might start licking themselves excessively, to the point of bald patches or even skin irritation. It could be a sign of stress, anxiety, or even boredom. Just like humans bite their nails or twirl their hair when they're feeling anxious, cats might overgroom as a way to cope with stress. If your cat is licking themselves excessively, it's important to take note of any other changes in their behavior. We've all been there. You come home from a long day, eager to greet your feline overlord, only to be met with the cold shoulder. They ignore your calls. They turn their back on you. They act as if you don't even exist. It's the dreaded feline silent treatment, and it can be utterly heartbreaking. But what causes a cat to suddenly go radio silent on their beloved human? Well, it could be a number of things. Maybe you accidentally stepped on their tail. Maybe you forgot to give them treats. Whatever the reason, one thing's for sure. The feline silent treatment is not to be taken lightly. In the realm of feline-human relations, there's one golden rule that reigns supreme. Respect their space. Cats, unlike their canine counterparts, aren't always up for a cuddle fest or a rousing game of fetch. So, when your cat is giving you the back-off signals, flattened ears, a twitching tail, a low growl, it's time to heed their warning. Think of it this way. You wouldn't want someone invading your personal bubble when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, would you? Well, cats feel the same way. Cats might not speak our language, but their bodies speak volumes. From the flick of a tail to the twitch of an ear, every movement tells a story. So, if you want to truly understand your feline companion, you need to learn to read their body language. Let's start with the tail. A high, erect tail is a sign of confidence and contentment. A low, tucked tail, on the other hand, indicates fear or anxiety. Forward-facing ears indicate interest and alertness. Flattened ears, on the other hand, are a sign of fear, aggression, or both. Cats thrive on routine and predictability. They like to know what's going to happen next, and they like to feel like they have some control over their environment. So one of the best things you can do for your cat is to give them a sense of control. Let them decide when they want to be petted, when they want to play, and when they want to be left alone. Instead of forcing affection on them, create opportunities for them to initiate contact. And when they do grace you with their presence, make sure to reward them with praise, treats, or a gentle scratch behind the ears. So, there you have it. The hidden language of cats, revealed. By learning to read their signals, by respecting their boundaries, and by giving them the control they crave, you can build a deeper, more trusting bond with your feline companion. What surprising behavior has your cat shown? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights into the mysterious world of cats.